come back in a little bit, but I do want to first introduce my new friend, Whitney Washington. And I'm really excited for you to hear her story because she has a very inspiring story, and I think, well, I'm gonna let you tell your own story. But I'm really excited because what I love about Whitney is that this is what bike travel is all about to me, and so I hope you feel the same way after hearing this. Come on.
Hello everyone, my name is Whitney. I would say I'm still a noob to adventure cycling. I've gone on 2 trips, but those 2 trips really were life-changing. It showed me the type of cycling that I want to do, but also the type of cycling that I want to challenge myself with in the future. I first learned about cycling and adventure cycling in 2015. I'm a film editor and I love watching short films. I love watching series, and I remember seeing a National Geographic's documentary about someone who was cycling from Alaska to Argentina, and I thought it was really cool. But at the time I was like, I'm never gonna do that. That's cool for them, but it's not for me. And the next one I saw was this guy who rode from LA to New York. And I remember one part of his series where he had ran out of water in the middle of the desert. And I was like, yeah, I'm definitely never gonna do that. It does not seem safe whatsoever, you know? But one of the biggest reasons why I never thought I was gonna do that was I've been overweight my whole life, and it just didn't seem like something that I could do. You know, I've always been told like you have to lose weight before you do something to that extent. But in 2020, and we were just all sitting in our homes. I was watching more and more cycling and just different adventure stories. And I remember watching this guy who was like 400 pounds, and he wanted to do the Pacific Coast Trail. And I watched his story, and I was like, maybe I could try, you know? And around that time, I learned about the Great American Rail Trail. And as I was learning about it more and more, I learned about the CNO and the Gap, and I was like, I could do that. I'll just go little by little, stay at a campsite every night, and I will figure it out along the way. I never camped. I had never, I didn't know anything about bikes. I had my childhood bike. I overpacked. I thought I needed everything. I packed a camp toilet. Like, I was prepared, you know. And my dad, when he was dropping me off at the Amtrak station, he was like, "This bike is heavy." I was like, "Dad, it's fine. I have everything I need." He's like, "Okay." You know, and the first day, I ran out of water, and I was pushing this bike down the CNO trail, and I came across this group of friends, and the wife had given me some water, and the husband was holding my bike, and he was like, "This bike is too damn heavy." I was like, "Well, it's all I got." And he was like, "No." And they eventually brought me back to their home, where luckily the wife, her name was Lee, she had already ridden across America before, so she told me what I needed, what I didn't. I sent home what I didn't need, including the camping toilet. And then they sent me off, you know? And the Sienna and the Gap were such amazing 2 trails to really get me comfortable for the rest of that trip, because by the time I ended the Gap, I was doing like 30 miles a day. And I had started by doing like 1 to 2 miles a day, and just seeing like the progression of myself and what I was capable of doing through that trip was just so inspiring to me to help me keep going. And eventually, when I got to Montana, I did my longest day of 87 miles. And I was so happy about that. It was so cool. And then I went on my second trip to Alaska, and then I got sick. But I also know, like, that's not the type of riding that I like. You know, I don't want to be like, at least for now, until I learn how to fix my bike properly and whatever else I need to know. Riding for hundreds of miles without civilization is not my thing yet, you know? So right now, last year I didn't really do much riding, but it's something that I can tell us that I'm in love with, because it's always been itching at me. And so I am planning my next trip. We'll be in Korea, and we'll be like around 900 miles. I'll be going around Korea, and I'm really excited for that. So yeah,